Hello! The time has come for revolution. Students, we, the Occupy Beloit... Oops, wrong script. Never mind. Hello, my name is Brian Conklin. I'm a political science major, and I'm here to talk about making the Academic Senate representatives elected by single transferable vote, or STV. Under the current system, plurality winner, the person with the most votes wins. This system is only a consistently valid representation if there are two candidates. Let's say 4 candidates run for office, and the winner gets 40% of the vote. This means that if this candidate is directly opposed to everything that the other 60% of the students wanted, but voted for the other 3, the minority is representing the views of the majority. So instead, we propose the system which allows the fairest form of representation, single transferable vote. Now granted, STV is only viable if there is a race for multiple seats. However, each class will have multiple seats to represent them, so this system can be used. In addition, it allows for people not to fear about wasting their votes and make the students more equally represented in Academic Senate. After all, if nothing but science majors got into the seats, it wouldn't be a fair representation of the student body, would it? This system involves numbers and whatnot, so to explain, we brought in a math major.
Hello, my name is Cullen McDonald, and I'm a math major and would formerly be categorized into Division 1. The system of single transferable vote seems much harder on paper than it is in actual practice. There are really 2 things to calculate: the threshold and the vote. The threshold is the number of votes divided by the number of seats that need to be filled, plus 1, and then all of that, plus 1. So in this scenario, the threshold is votes divided by 3, plus 1. Now then, on to explaining how counting the votes works. First of all, the ballots are filled out by voters ranking their preferences in order. So the first choice gets a 1, second choice a 2, third choice a 3, and so on. Since we are all educated beyond kindergarten, I'm going to assume that counting to 3 or even 10 is something everyone here is capable of. From there, any candidate who receives votes over the threshold gets a seat. To basically explain how the votes are counted is this: all first choice votes are worth 1. After the candidates are counted, any candidate over the threshold is done. The votes that went to the candidate are split in half, and then the votes of each voter are moved to the second choice at half the value. If no candidate is over the threshold, the one with the least votes drops out and then moved to the second choice at half the value. Lather, rinse, repeat.
Now you may say, well, wait just a second, that seems rather complicated. On paper, I would agree with you. However, we decided to see how complicated it is in practice. We did a social experiment using 12 votes and 3 seats. Thus, the threshold was 12 divided by 3 plus 1 plus 1. Thus, the threshold was 4. Let's see how it worked. We had the voters vote and then serve as their own ballots. When they were worth half a vote, we had them link arms with one other person, and so on and so forth. The cups on the group represented each of the candidates and were labeled by the initials. Now you may see some people off to the sides. That is because their candidate was out in the second round, and thus their vote will not be counted this round, and instead their vote will count as 1/4 when they can move to their third choice.
had over the threshold, then you get to go
Yes.
round 2.
Okay,
So it makes sense now.
Yes.
So wait, am I in if that was their first choice? Sam and Rory's first choice?
Yeah, even so, their vote still counts as one. It's just everyone else's second choice counts as only a half.
So you need twice as many 2s.
Right.
Okay, alright, that makes sense. It does.
I mean, it doesn't really show as well in a small pool, but you get what it's trying to do.
It makes voting fairer. As you can see, not difficult at all. In fact, a few other schools, including Harvard, North Carolina State, Vassar, and Whitman, have taken up this method. Clearly, we will not be alone on this matter, but will be one of the frontrunners. So I urge you, student body, to talk to ResLife and let them know you would like Academic Senate to be elected by single transferable vote. Thank you.